Lads, you can now create viral motion graphics like this or this in minutes with Google's Nano Bannana. Creators on TikTok and YouTube and even professional editors are using these motion graphics to get millions of views on their content. So today I'm going to show you exactly how you can make these viral motion graphics too, and also once you've learned how to do it, how to adapt them to any situation so you can edit viral motion graphics in any niche. This might be one of the most valuable skills you learn if you're trying to get into editing. And keep in mind, like a year ago, people were paying thousands to make these, and now you can just make them in your bedroom in like under 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. Anyways, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Alright, so the first step we're going to do is go over to Google AI Studio, and now this will allow us to use Google's Nano Bannana for completely free. They're just offering it out to everyone right now. It is definitely a great time to be in the AI space. The first motion graphics we're going to make is these map videos. So for example, let me try and find something good here. You know, these videos generate hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok, on Instagram. As you can see, it's like a normal map, but what he's done is he's like highlighted it to have the country's flag, and then he's also put some apps on to add some context for his video. I think this one is like the apps what countries have made and such, but it looks really professional, it looks really cool, and we can do this inside Nano Bannana. So all we're going to want to do is go over to Nano Bannana and say, create me an image of a map of Europe that looks realistic. Now, although this looks cool, it's not kind of the effect that I want it to go for. Alright, so after a few tries, the prompt that ended up working was create me an image of a map of Europe with the landmass having grass and snow for the mountains. As you can see, it looks realistic, you know, it looks cool because it's got that snow and grass element to it, and it's definitely something we can work on as a starter point. And what I've now asked it to do, create me an image of a map of Germany with the landmass having grass and snow for land and mountains, including surrounding countries. So similar sort of prompt as before, come up with something that looks like this, which is pretty cool, and it will be a pretty cool transition between the two clips. We can also have this do the same effect of what that one I showed you earlier does, where it highlights the entire map. Now highlight Germany's area with the German flag. So it ends up looking something like this, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool transition. So I'm going to go ahead and download this image. We're then going to go over to OpenArt. Now, OpenArt is basically a platform that's going to animate these and bring these to life. It basically has loads of different AI models all in one place, so you don't just have to jump from website to website, which is why I really like it. We're essentially going to go and click Kling 2.1. We're then in our start frame here, we're going to upload our first image of the map. Then in the end frame, we're going to put in that new map of Germany. And in the prompt here, we're going to ask it to seamlessly transition the two clips. Then we're just going to click create. Is what it's cooked up for us. Now, it's not the exact same effect of stuff naturally popping in, but you know what, I don't mind it too much because it still looks quite cool. It's still quite a cool effect that it's managed to generate here in the maps. So you've got the page roll effect, things start to gradually go away, the Germany flag starts to go bigger. It does look pretty cool, and I think that's mainly because we changed the actual design a little bit with these 3D elements. Maybe if we just kept it 2D like that, done a normal transition. You can play around with this. This is just a proof of concept to show you how cool some of these motion graphics can be. Right, next up, we're going to be making some 2D animation graphics. This is perfect for YouTube videos or tutorial videos where you just want to show stuff on screen. Make me 3 motion graphics. The first one is a settings icon. Text under says, you know, first step. The second icon is a heart icon. Finally, the last icon is a tick. Now, to give Nano Bannana the best chance of creating something cool, we're going to give it a reference image. Now, for a list idea, we want it something in this design, you know, with this neon effect. I just think it looks the best. So if we just give it this, for example, we'll copy that, we'll add the file in, and then we'll run that with this example reference image in it, because this one it did before when I didn't put a reference image was not the one, I'll be honest, and this is more like it. So it's understood the actual design and concept we want from this reference image, and it's made us a perfect one. We've got the settings tab, we've got a shop icon, and we've even got like this little check thing. Grid background to this image. Now, a grid background just makes things look a little bit more sleek, a little bit more professional in my opinion, but again, you can play around with this. Now, we don't want obviously the grid background to be orange to match it, so let's make the background grid grey. You know, something like this, it just makes it look a little bit more professional than we had with this one. There's just a bit more going on. We want to download this image, and then we actually want to remove all the icons and text from this image, because we need a before and after image. It's just basically give us the grid icon, which is cool. That's what we wanted. Now we can go back over to OpenArt, make sure Kling 2.1 is selected, delete these from before. Then want to upload the before image, so just the grid with no icons. For the after image, we want to upload the one with icons. Animate the icons coming in one by one in a seamless animation style. And then we just want to click create. All right, so let's look and see if it's animated these icons correctly. As you can see, it's generated step 2 and step 3 first before it generated step 1, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's also not the end of the world, because you could just mask this image out, so you could only show step 1 first and then step 2 and step 3. So even though it's not done it perfectly, you can actually still save this clip. So let's just download this, for example, open up CapCut. We can drag the video file in here. Then we can also drag in the image of just the plain grid. Then all we have to do is place the video file above the plain grid. Then here where it starts to come in, we can do a little mask up here, have it be like a rectangle, for example. Then we drag this up and make a rectangle like this. As you can see, it's now showing the first step without showing the other steps. We can then just duplicate the actual video, get rid of the mask on this video, start a little bit later, and then create another mask. Now this mask is going to be the opposite of what we just did. So essentially we're going to want just to get these last two in and keep that first step there. Essentially just saved the video, because now it's showing the first step first, then it's showing the second step, and then it's showing the third step. So very, very little editing knowledge here. You don't have to do crazy stuff, and sometimes it will generate it you perfectly, but I'm just showing you this example here of how you can fix videos that sometimes don't go the way you want it without wasting more credits. I do reckon if you just regenerated this clip in the first place, it probably would have generated it right again eventually. So it's up to you which route you want to take, but for example, very easy fixes to make inside of CapCut. Next up, we're going to be creating some like crazy scientific designs for like educational videos. So I've got this prompt ready here, and we're actually going to be doing this of like a dinosaur, for example. So we'll do a T-Rex. Basically this prompt is just having it look like a scientific, you know, those futuristic designs. If you want to copy the prompt, you can just copy what I've written here. We're just going to run this, and as you can see, it's generated as this cool image of a T-Rex, and like we've asked it to, it's highlighted its heart, because there's going to be something in the scientific video that it's going to be cool for his heart. What we want to do is generate the same image without the highlighted effect, because that's going to be the actual motion graphics bit, that, you know, the cool bit. Now make the T-Rex the other way, unhighlight his heart. Essentially this is going to create more motion, because if he's looking the other way to get to the original clip with the heart highlighted, is going to have to do some transitioning, and it's also going to have the heart gone. Now it's messed up a bit here because it's just added loads of diagram notes and he's still looking the same way. So let's rerun this prompt. To rerun prompts, by the way, I've said it a few times in this video, you literally just click this button and it reruns, because Nano Bannana doesn't always get it right. In fact, it gets it wrong more than it gets it right, but because it's free, you know, it's not too much of an issue. Alright, so the prompt that ended up working in the end was unhighlight his heart and show me from the other side of his body. So it's come up with something like this. So this will be a cool before and after. You know, you'll see this as the after and this is before. So there'll be some cool motion here. So let's make sure we download this image. Alright, so now let's throw in these dinosaur clips. So we've got our first clip here. This is without the highlight. And then we'll throw in the second clip, which is the highlighted heart. Animate this dinosaur and do a smooth transition. The dinosaur spins to the other side and then zooms in on his heart with no cuts. Something like that should give us the desired outcome that we want. So let's just click create on this. Alright, so the dinosaur video has completed and this is what it looks like. You know, you've got the cool transition and the heart starts going red, it turns from side to side, and it's exactly what we wanted. This is perfect for any scientific video. You know, you can't get much better than that if you're trying to do some explanations and stuff. I don't know how long this would have took to make on an actual, you know, After Effects job or something, but it definitely took a lot longer than the 5 minutes it took us to make this. Alright, and then finally, let's just cook up something basic here. So let's say you want to show in like a pie chart or something. Make me a pie chart, 5 different sections, the top games of 2025. Alright, so what it's generated is something that looks like this. So we've got Cyberpunk Nexus, we've got, you know, Fantasy Realms. I don't really know any of these games. Obviously you could put in your own actual data into this to give it the most desired outcome for a pie chart. Now I quite like this aesthetic here, so I'm literally just going to copy that. I'm going to paste this image into Google Nano Banana. I'm just going to say make it in this style. I just think it looks a bit more clean, a bit more professional. And again, if you give Google Nano Banana reference images, this is where it really shines. It really knows how to copy images and to make stuff similar. So it's going to elevate our animation skills, our motion graphics. All right, so now it's copied that and it looks something like this. You know, it looks cool. It looks cool to me. Again, you know, the text isn't perfect on this right side. So you're going to have to like individually go in and say change the text that says this to this to this to this, but I'm just going to show you this as a rough example. I'm just going to show you how to actually animate it. You can fine tune this to make it look exactly how you want it. This is just more of like a motion graphics tutorial. So I'm going to put now get rid of the other segments of the pie chart apart from the Fortnite section. Something like this. It's not kept to the Fortnite section, but I actually think this would be better because we're going to see the full pie chart emerge. So essentially then we're just going to go back over to OpenArt, delete the dinosaur clips, throw in the before pie chart, and then throw in the end pie chart. All we're going to put is animate the pie chart to slowly pop in one section at a time. Anyways, this is what it's managed to make us. You know, the pie chart comes in slowly, it comes in with all the text, and it looks something cool like that. Full transition effect that you can now do because of Nano Banana and AI Kling 2.1. So I hope I've opened your eyes with this video of all the like the cool animation effects that you can now make. You know, whether you wanted to do, you know, like video editing for YouTubers, you know, you could start getting paid for your services here. Whether you actually want to start making some videos yourself, maybe you want to make like a long form YouTube page, or even, you know, short form, you now have all the tools set to make high quality motion graphics that are going to set you apart from everybody else. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you all in the next one.